Hi, I'm Dr. Ramsey, and today I'm going to teach you how to make your own homemade yogurt. The reason homemade yogurt is so good for us is because it has live bacteria that helps get rid of other bacteria that shouldn't be in our gut. Makes our immune system stronger. 80% of our immune system lives in our gut. I think everyone needs to be on probiotics. I also take probiotics in addition to the yogurt because I'm so much about healing my microbiome, especially since I had that infection last year in my gut. So normally when you start a batch, you're going to start with the probiotics themselves. What I do is I put them in a tiny blender and bring them into a powder, and that becomes what I start my yogurt with. Today I'm going to show you how to make it from my old yogurt that I had made last week. But these are the probiotics that I use most of the time. So this is from Dr. Mercola. It's called Biothin Probiotic. This one is called BioGaia Gastris. I get all of these on Amazon. And then the last one is Bacillus coagulans. And the inventor, I suppose, who I learned this from is Dr. Davis. He wrote the book Supergut. It's a great book if you're interested in overall health. I always say to patients, death begins in our colon. So we really want to take care of our colon. Okay, so if this is my first batch, I would turn them into a powder. Instead, today, I'm going to use my last batch of yogurt. And you can do this, I'd say about 15 times you can use the yogurt, then you want to start over again. So because of the amount I'm making, so I use this organic half and half. There's others that are probably better. This is so easy for me to run up the store and get. There's other types. In particular, there's a specific type of cow, I'm not thinking of the name, but when I make it with that yogurt, the texture is different. And I like to enjoy my yogurt. A2 cows, that's the half and half that most people use that work with Dr. Davis. So to make this starter, because I use 3 of those half and half, I'm making 3 batches. Each batch requires 2 tablespoons of the yogurt, and I'm very generous with it. So 1, 2, second one, 1, 2, third one, 1, 2. Okay, that's my starter. I also want to say that everything has to be sterile, because any little, like if a fly landed on something, it could change the whole microbiome of the yogurt and it wouldn't be good for us. So you want to make sure these just came out of the dishwasher. That's how I sterilize mine. Everything. So from the stir to the bowl, to these bowls and the lids. So in my pan here, I have the 3 containers of milk, half and half organic, that I'm going to heat up. And we heat it up to 100 degrees. If it's a little bit more, a little bit less, that's totally fine. Oh, I forgot one thing, and I have time because it takes a while to heat that up, is we put equal amounts of inulin fiber. This is the food that the bacteria eat to ferment into yogurt. I got my inulin fiber on Amazon as well. So, and these all just came out of the dishwasher, so I know that they're sterile to do this. So 2 for each again, so it's going to be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I whip these together. Some people actually put some milk in here, half and half as well. I will do it all the half and half in here at the same time. And it just gives you a consistency, you know, of yogurt. And then I'm going to add the 100-degree half and half into here. And then I'm going to pour it into these glass containers. And then we're going to cook it for 36 hours. So let's check the temperature. I don't expect it to be anywhere near close to 100. So any thermometer, I clean this off with water and a paper towel that I didn't touch, like a side that I didn't touch. So this is also sterile. And I stir it to get it homogeneous. 60, 59, so we've got a while to go. And so when I take my things out of the dishwasher, I pick up the lids like this so my fingerprints, because we have staph all over our skin, which is a bacteria. You don't want that to get into your yogurt. Same thing with the bowl. Pick it up from the outside. Same thing with the stirrer. Get this ready to put my Tupperware in. I'll also put the link on where I order my yogurt makers, and just know that you might see other videos where people make it different. This just works so well for me. This is not the only way to do it, so you might want to look up other ways to make it for yourself, but to me this is really simple. One last thing I did want to say is, every time I make a batch from my old yogurt from last week, it comes out perfect. The first time I make a batch with actual probiotics, it always comes out curdled. And that becomes a really good starter. So that what you can do is use that, and I don't eat it, some people do, you can, is I take that as my yogurt starter, I get rid of it, and then the next batches are perfect. So just a few tips for you. Okay, we are up to 67, 68. Once it starts to climb, it climbs a little faster, so you want to keep an eye on it when it gets close. 84. Okay, we hit 90. 10 more points, and we're going to start mixing it with our yogurt inulin starter. And again, it could be 99, it could be 102. That little difference doesn't matter. 89. This is just so exciting to me. I'm such a nerd, I know 100. Okay. Our half and half has reached 100 degrees. And now we pour it into our mixture. It's all in there. And now we just stir it all up. So there's no chunks. It mixes really, really well. Because it's warm, everything blends in together. There's no exact time that you have to stir it. Just like a feel, I guess. All right, I'm done stirring. Now I get to pour it into the Tupperware. There's other yogurt makers that have like small jars. Sometimes I'll make them, but you make a little bit less at a time because 8 jars fit into the yogurt maker, which I'll show you. I like this because I like to make a ton at a time because I go through all 4 of these every week. Call me nuts, and that would be accurate. Let's see, which one can I? Okay, they're all full. Carefully put the lids on without touching any part of it. And just to give you an idea, these are the smaller containers that I fit 8 in here into each cooker. And it's nice because they're individual containers, and I will do that for certain reasons. But I'm gonna move the camera over so you can see what I'm doing. Well, let me put them in first and then I'll show you how to turn it on and set it for 36 hours. I feel a little moisture on the bottom. You might see it, no problem. You can just clean out your yogurt maker next time. So, here are our yogurt makers. I have them plugged in already. I'm going to put the lids on and show you. Okay, so now we want it at 100, so I make it go up by 1. Then this button shows us the time. You hit it twice, and now it's on for 36 hours. I'm gonna do the same thing, just in case you missed it. Both are cooking. So that's how you make your homemade yogurt. So what you do when it's done is you take out each Tupperware and put it directly in the refrigerator and let it sit. I let it sit overnight before I open them. And when you open it, you will have delicious homemade yogurt. You can put fruit in it, you can put honey in it, you can eat it plain. It doesn't really matter. You're getting all the good bacteria, the good stuff that your microbiome depends on to be healthy. Thank you for listening.